Hello and welcome to a quick channel update. What is coming in December? And yes, I'm sitting this way because Panther for a Change is actually hanging in the doorway. If you've been watching the last few weeks, yes, the piles on the floor keep changing as I'm getting things organized. So still plugging away on all of that. So the book events that I'll be participating in during December are the first book event is Ghosts of Christmas Past. That's created by Vin at Revenant Reads. This is the first year. I'll list my co-hosts in the description box down below. Be sure to check in with their channels for the different reads. We're starting with The Old Nurse's Story. It's a short story, and if you'd like to be in the Voxer group for that book chat, be sure to connect with Vin. I think some of my other co-hosts have the link. I don't know how to do that yet, so I recommend checking them out if you'd like to be part of that discussion. The event is about getting back to the Victorian tradition of telling ghost stories during the Christmas season. I have my basket of books and reads all ready to go. It's just handy because then I already know what I'm looking at reading for the month. Looking forward to getting back to that, especially because, well, I've been reading ghost stories for several months now, and yay, I get to continue with that. The other event that I'm going to be a part of is Cthulhu. That was started by Greg at Another Bibliophile Reads. I believe Alan was part of that as well, Big Hard Classics. So the two of them decided to read Lovecraft during December. I picked up this book a couple years ago at Indigo. Bit sorry now I didn't pick up the box set of Lovecraft. But this book contained the Dunwich Horror, which is the only story I remembered. I've since read this compendium. Yes, there's notes all in the front to remind me about the different creatures and the storyline. Looking forward to reading this again. On the channel, my focus is going to be self-care. So talking about James Redfield and a couple of the Celestine Prophecy books. I'll also be talking about Ven's favorite author, Paulo Coelho. I almost got that out with a straight face, Ven. So if you have seen us in some of the lives or some of our videos, no, Ven is not big on The Alchemist. I personally love it. And I'll be talking about some of the other titles by Paulo, as I've already done a video about The Alchemist. So The Devil and Miss Prim, Aleph, The Spy. There may be a few others. It depends on the time and how deep I go into each of those books. I'm still laughing because one of the books I plan to read in December, and yes, I am going to have to buy it because the holds at my public library, whether physical, audio, or ebook, are going to take months, is reading Akatar. Because I know Ven just loves that book as well. And I want to read it so I can have a discussion with them about how much I just love this book. And I also need to figure out some of the characters, as in one of the lives over at Noah's. Noah gave us each character names. A viewer asked him, who do you think all the people in the live would be? So now I have to find out about this Netter character, and the only way I can do that is to read the book. So there's some incentive there. Another book that I'll be reading, this goes back to the self-care, The Book of Awesome. I started it the other day. This isn't going to be a complete finished read. What I've noticed is this is just to pick up and read a few pages for a good chuckle. So for instance, one of the short things I've just read has to do with things going tough in a line as you're shopping, which December is insane for that. And, you're standing there, you're watching the clock, all kinds of things are going on, and then another line opens up. Awesome. So this will be a pickup when I kind of need some chuckles and giggles. Another read that I have that I'd like to finish during December, and I found out about this book from Leslie over on Books, Gers, and Purrs. This is called The Five, so I'm going to be spending a bit of time in the Victorian era. This is by Haley Rubenhold, The Untold Lives of the Women Killed by Jack the Ripper. So unlike most people assume or have been told, the victims were all ladies of the night. According to this book, that isn't accurate. So we'll see where that goes. I'm looking forward to the read. Another Victorian book that I have is Classic Victorian and Edwardian Ghost Stories. Now, some of these, and yes, I did write near the chapters because I wanted to remember what the different stories were about. Some were very interesting, and there were, I think, 2 of them where the images disappear from pictures, which is always kind of cool. And if you know the story of Dorian Gray, or if you know the story The Judge's House by Bram Stoker, I just did a reading of that. That always adds that extra little twist of spooky to it. Those are my reading events and reads for December. I have a number of other books that will be on the go. In terms of the live streams coming up on December the 5th at 3 p.m. Eastern, I'll be chatting with Pat from Book Chat with Pat. Very much looking forward to that connection. It's been lovely getting to know her and watching her videos. On December the 12th, I'll be chatting with Cindy from Wondering About Nature. We made a connection through Nick Nimmin, little YouTubers trying to figure out how to get this all happening. She has an amazing channel, information, awesome video clips and pictures about nature. Be sure to go check her out, and I hope you can join us for both live chats. The 19th and the 26th, I haven't scheduled anything right now. I'm still not sure if I'm going to be doing live streams those days. My husband's birthday's on the 18th. It's not like he's coming on camera to chat about anything, so I don't know. Could just be me unless someone wants to join me that day. You can always drop me an email or let me know in the comments down below. The 26th, again, I don't know. I'm thinking people are going to be crazy busy, but then there's a lot of people who don't celebrate Christmas either, so maybe that would be a good time to hop on and chat and, give people somewhere to hang out. Let me know in the comments down below. Do you think I should do streams on the 19th and 26th? A change coming up in December will be Fridays. I did a poll, and 19 people would like to continue hearing me read fairy tales. And I just so happen to have a book of Grimm's fairy tales. This was published in 1954. That's right, it's 10 years older than I am. And yes, it is my copy that I read as a kid. You can definitely tell it's old. It was $1.50, not $1.50. So prices have changed. I will be doing Fairy Tale Fridays, so I will be reading from the Grimm's fairy tales. But keeping with the season, I will also be reading James Finn Garner for an enlightened Yuletide season, politically correct holiday stories. So this Christmas Carol is definitely not the one I remember, and I've watched the black and white for years. Rudolph is not the story you'll remember, And although this was published in 1995, it definitely isn't still politically correct. The kids will still be around, which, as one viewer suggested, call it Caturday. They'll be on Saturday mornings now instead of Friday, which, if you've seen some of Tiki's videos, makes sense. They're like the Saturday morning cartoons that I remember watching as a kid. The final content thing coming up during December will be tags, and I'm finally catching up. I'm a bit shocked at how many I've been tagged in, and I've had fun doing them. It was great going to do the bookstore challenge, so many spin-off wonderful effects from that, along with talking about phenomenal women and so many other things. So the tags that I have coming up in December, one is the nightclub tag, and yes, Kat, I know you tagged me months ago. Sorry it's taken me this long. I don't typically do makeup and dress up, so that's kind of been the hitch, but I am getting it done in December, I promise. The game tag was created by BookBuds, and the pressure's on because they've commented no one else has done this yet, so I hope I do it justice, and I'm looking forward to getting that done. I just need to collect my books and record it. Another tag that I'm doing by BookBuds, and I found it as I was going through other things, is Your Answer Can't Be a Book. This is their first original tag that they created, so I thought it would be lovely to do that along with the game tag, which, if I remember correctly, was in celebration of their 1,000 subscribers. So big congratulations on that. The other three tags that I'll be completing are BookTube Evolution. That was created by Jack from Spreadbook Joy. It's perfect because I did not originally come in to BookTube. I've been doing bookish content from the beginning. I just didn't know about the BookTube community until January 2024. That was thanks to Renee from Beyond Books, who had subscribed to me. I checked out her channel, and from there I met Alan and Greg during the live streams, and then it's just spiraled out throughout the year to so many amazing and wonderful connections. So BookTube Evolution definitely fit for me, as I've never done the newbie tag, and I just figured I'd been on YouTube too long to do the newbie part of it. The other tag that I'll be doing is the Christmas music tag. I was tagged by Alan from Big Hard Classics. That tag was created by Renee and another creator to celebrate Renee's first year on BookTube. So congratulations, Renee, and I will be getting that tag done through the month as well. The final tag is the honesty tag. I saw this on Ven's channel, Ven's Corner. Figured it would be a fairly easy one to do, answering a few questions. It's just getting it recorded. So I don't know which dates all of this content is coming up, but December is going to be a definite busy month. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you can join me during December. And until next time, take good care.